Hey, Shalom, Kohala, Yahweh Bashim, Yahushua Bashim, Chahadash, Divine Apostles, Bishops, and Elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to brothers and highways and byways, doing the work sincerely and faithfully, and continually fighting that good fight of faith. Lord willing, we have found that number to be the living. All right, Salaki, I'm a little under the weather, but we're gonna push on through. All right, so I believe I'm going to entitle this thing of ours is not a 9 to 5 thing. All right. It's not a 9 to 5 thing. And this is kind of, loosely based off what Deacon Akar has said. He has a life outside of this thing once he shuts the studio down. All right. And, when you come into this thing, man, you lose your life, man. You lose the person that you was. But then you find your life in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right. So to want to, say that you have a life outside of this truth, man, it ain't so. It shouldn't be so. I say it like that. It shouldn't be so. You know? Who wants to come back, go home and come back to this shit, dealing with this bullshit every day? Brothers hasten to get the hell out of here, But we're gonna get a couple scriptures, and just make it, right to the point. This is Sirach 39:1. It says, "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of the ancient and be occupied in prophecy." All right. Again, when you come into this thing, this is it. This consumes you. There is no other life outside of what we do, man. This is a consuming occupation. You wake up, you thinking about prophecy. You go to sleep thinking about prophecy. You go through your day thinking about prophecy, thinking about the word. It's just a constant thing that just never ends, man. You lay down on the bed, your eyes is open, and you looking at the ceiling, and you thinking about the scriptures. You thinking about, prophecies, the history. You thinking about everything, man. For as long as I've been in the truth, I've never yet to say to myself, when I leave camp, I'm going home, I'm going to turn all this off, I'm going to go back to my life. I got a life. That shit's the furthest thing from my mind. Thinking I got a life outside of this truth, man. This truth has become our life. And we wouldn't want it any other way, man. And this is why brothers speak to one another and say to one another, I can't wait to get the hell out of here. We got to get the hell out of here. Because the life that we have here is not truly living, man. This isn't living. I don't give a goddamn how big your house is and how many cars you drive and how many fancy shoes and bags and sneakers you got. This shit is not living, man. All right? So, being occupied in prophecy is where it's at. Especially now. Especially now we see the lethal of the flock drawing them out. Rockets are getting shot all over the damn place, man. I ain't thinking about this damn place. I ain't thinking about can't wait to get home. I ain't thinking about no shit like that. And when you get home and when you get through the door, if you got kids or whatever, little family, yeah, you greet everybody, and then you automatically go back into prophecy mode, Bible mode, scripture mode. Sit down, you watch something on TV, and all of a sudden, what do? You filtering things through the scriptures, everything. Ain't no time to be, saying we got a life outside of this truth, man. And this is for brothers who are coming in, listening, being in the right spirit, being in the right mind, knowing that we at the end of this thing and we was hired to do a specific job. All right? Let me keep my glasses on. This is Romans 12:1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to the Most High, which is your reasonable service. All right? Making your body a living sacrifice. So this is a labor of love, man. that each man will tell you there's nothing else we'd rather be doing. Even on the off time, when there is really no off time. Just this is it, man. Looking up things, looking up history, examining things, filtering things through, going back and re-examining things. This is our reasonable service. That we always be, caught up in a holy conversation, if you will. All right? So making your body a living sacrifice, you got to give up everything, man. Even your family, sometimes I feel bad. The kids want to go do something. I'm like, nah, I can't, because my mind isn't geared towards, having a pleasurable time, man. But that's just the way it is. I'd rather sacrifice now, Lord willing, hoping that the Lord have mercy on me to deliver myself and the family, than to just say, you know what, let me go please them and do something for them. Now, I'm not saying I'll take them out, grab something to eat or whatever, but on a bigger scale, I'm not the one that's going to be traveling and going to different types of, lavish functions and shit like that. Nah, that's out of the picture, man. All right, let's continue on. Excuse me. This is Luke 12, and I'm gonna jump down to 16, and going just thinking about the things my man said over there, about the house and the cars and his life and listen, we all walk down certain paths, man. But now is not that time. And again, this ain't living over here, man. This is all temporal. All this shit is temporal. All right. So this is Luke 12 and 16, starting at 16. It says, and he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentiful. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no more room where to bestow my fruits. And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say unto my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thy ease, eat, drink, and be merry. That sound familiar? One would say, I got a life outside of here. I got this, I got that, I got this and that and the third. All right? And again, just to stop right there for a minute. And again, now you ask the question, man, do you truly believe? Do you truly in your heart believe? With that kind of mindset, you got to question somebody. Like, well, look what's happening. Look what's happening out there in the world. Do you really believe that the Lord's going to come back to destroy this place? Do you really believe that the time of Jacob's trouble is we're on the precipice of it? It just makes you wonder, man. It makes you truly wonder if men even want this place to be destroyed. And by listening to some men, you clearly want to be in Babylon for the duration, man. Let's continue on. Verse 20. But the Most High said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided? Okay? So, again, the shit that you have right now, use it just to get by. This shit that your goods shouldn't make your heart feel merry. You shouldn't feel full of heart when you look into your yard and see everything that you got. It's all vanity, man. It's all going to be destroyed. And who knows what's going to go on before it gets destroyed. Esau might come through from door to door and rip you out your shit, never to see it ever again, man. These are the type of things that you got to think about. Let me see. Verse 21. It says, "So is he that layeth up treasures for himself is not rich toward the Most High." All right. And this is true. If you're all caught up in your shit, you ain't gonna be thinking true. You ain't gonna truly and fully submerge yourself, in this thing. You ain't gonna do it. You're gonna tiptoe around, play both sides of the tracks, and just, make it so you just, feel good. Being in this truth, man, feeling good is a long ways away, because there's always something that Babylon will bring to your remembrance that makes you sick of this goddamn place. Okay? Let's continue on. Let me read on in this a little bit more. Verse 21. And he said unto his disciples, "Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, neither for the body, or what ye shall put on. The life is more than meat, and the body is more than raiment." All right. Consider the ravens, for they neither sow nor reap, which neither have storehouses nor barn, and the Most High feedeth them. How much more are ye better than the fowls? All right. So whatever you got, the Lord has provided it for you, of course. But don't try to make your life, build your life around what this place has got going on, man. This place is soon to fall, and everything in it. We're gonna lose everything, man. You're gonna lose everything. There's no doubt about it. You will lose everything. And and you think about Lot's wife, who was on the verge of losing everything. What did she do? She looked back. Because the possessions that she once possessed probably, flashed through her mind like, damn, all my shit. And she turned the pillar of salt, man. And the same thing's going to happen in these days, man, these upcoming days. We may be on the run. We may never return back to the home which you once dwelled in, or which you once thought so highly of. These things are truly coming, man. And this is why I say, do you people truly believe, man? You truly believe you may not go back to your house ever again when shit starts going down? You may try to make it back there, and somebody else may be occupying that piece. What you gonna do? Yo, that's my house. Get out. By that time, ain't nobody gonna be afraid to take a life. All right? Let's move on. This is James 4:14. It says, "Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow, for what is your life?" All right? For what is your life? It was once said that a man has a life outside of this thing. What kind of life do you have outside of this truth, man? If you're not truly submerged and you believe in the ways of the world, in the things of this world, then you're truly not in the right spirit. As it is written here, for what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanish away. Right? All these things that you have in this life is going to vanish away. Come and get it. Come and get this shit. It's all temporal. It ain't nothing that you can say, this is worth this much. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna guard this thing with my life. I'm gonna get me a shotgun and guard my house. Who gives a goddamn, man? You should want to leave out of here. You should want to get the hell out of here. Talking about you got a life outside of this thing. A life of fucking misery. Every day, man, every day, I can feel my hairs turning gray, man. I can feel it. It's miserable, man. Totally misery. And the only time, me personally, I speak for myself on this one, but I'm sure you brothers can relate. The only time I truly feel good and rejuvenated is when I get around the brothers, man. And then when we closing up, the brothers are departing, it's like, damn, now it's back to reality. You know, back to the hell that you just gotta endure on a daily basis. All right? So don't think that your life is something special in this kingdom, man. Where you feel like your possessions are going to establish you or make you to be somebody, special, man. This shit's gonna all vanish away. In due time, in short time, I should say. It's all gonna vanish away. All right? So this thing of ours, it ain't like you can come in, punch a clock, get in a little early, set up shop, go through the day, 5 o'clock roll around, shut the lights off, punch out, and head home to go into the world and to look upon the goods that you have acquired in the world. This ain't what it's about, man. That ain't what it's about. Being a servant of the Lord and being selected as, to do the will of Yahweh Shai. Again, you become a living sacrifice. You've given up the things that you've once loved to do and loved to be around. As the Lord said in his prayer, give us this day our daily bread. Lord, just give me enough to just get through the day. That's all I ask. Give me enough to get through the day. If it be your will to get me through the day, then let your will be done. I'm not looking to come home and to sit around and kick my feet up and be like, yeah, this is the life. This is where it's at. I'm feeling good right now. You get home from work and you get to the house, you be like, you're just like, God damn, because the weight of the world and the wickedness of this world, it just puts a burden on your shoulders, man. To the point where the only thing you can say is, we got to get the hell out of here. But for some men who truly have established themselves in this kingdom and has made themselves to be a part of this kingdom, but claim they're out of this kingdom, it shows, man. It shows in your speech. It shows in how you carry yourself. Sirach chapter 5 and starting at 1. It says, set thy heart upon thy goods. Let me see. Hold on. I'll get my glasses back on. Give me 1 second. Okay. It says, set thy heart upon thy goods and say not, I have enough for my life. For some reason, that don't sound right. It doesn't sound right for some reason. All right, but let me keep it rolling. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second, brothers. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So I knew something wasn't right. So in the app that I use in the Apocrypha, it says, set thy heart upon thy goods. But in the actual Apocrypha, it says, set not thy heart upon thy goods. I know when I read that, it just didn't sound right. And again, this is the shit that, it's just, so clearly there's a typo in this app that I have, which is the Simple Bible Search app. But anyway, it should read, set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. All right. And again, just listen to what that cat was saying. I mean, all these things came to mind, And why would you put yourself in that position where you want to boast and brag about the shit that you got? All right. Now, again, the Lord, the Lord does take care of us. There's no doubt, And what little we have, we're thankful for. But to go as far as to say that your life is something better outside of this truth, man, that you putting yourself in harm's way, man. Do you truly believe? Do you truly believe that these things that are written were written for our learning, that we may understand and know how to navigate around? All right. Verse 2. Matter of fact, I got the Apocrypha. Let me read out of there. I'll start from the top. It says, set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. Follow not thy own mind in thy strength, to walk in the ways of thy heart. And say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride. All right? So don't think for 1 minute that just because you got you got some lavish crib and, you doing it big time, this truth and this thing of ours and this struggle, is real. This comes first, man. We're prisoners. We're prisoners to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right? And being a prisoner, you're never really happy, man. You're not happy at all. Even with the little bit that you do have, you still ain't happy. And you shouldn't be happy. If we're going to rejoice, we're going to rejoice in the things that the Lord has said. The Lord has set up. Mainly this word that we have been given the most precious thing on the planet Earth, man. Rejoice in that. Rejoice in the fact that the Lord has preserved and given you the ability to understand the most precious thing on this planet, man. That's what I'm rejoicing. I'm going to end it with 1 Corinthians chapter 7. 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and 31, it says, and they that and they that use this world as not abuse it, for the fashions of this world passeth away. You see? And we do that. We use the world, but we don't abuse this world. We ain't trying to, get that almighty dollar. We're not trying to, put our stake in the ground saying we're going to build here and do this and do that. This bitch is about to pass away, man. And you know it, you feel it, you can see it. The scripture said it, the Lord said it. We prophesy about it. All right? And we're happy. And we're happy that the end of this world is coming, man. We're happy. And with that end coming, all the things that are therein are going to go, are going to perish, are going to burn away. That's something to be happy about. That's something to look forward to. But until the Lord does that, we're going to remain prisoners of the Lord. All right? And we're going to continue to despise and prophesy the downfall of this place. May the Lord protect us and provide for us daily. And anything outside, above and beyond that here in Babylon, may the Lord destroy it, man. And may the Lord start to bring us to its knees. All right? So I'm going to end it with that. Lord willing, brothers is edified. I'm going to see you on another one. I say shalom for now.